personal time to think through things that you do and ask yourself why you do what you do and what's the benefit that you gain from it and how is it important, or just asking yourself the importance of what you do and having that time to think through things.
Reflection to me is a deep thinking about yourself, and it's taking a time out away from people and having that quiet time and place to think about yourself, your goals, and the progress you have made so far. So for me, I reflect alone and I reflect based on my goals, and it's me linking reflections and proactivity and trying to do things based on what I want to do in the future.
I feel like reflection is obviously such an important thing. Being in such a dynamic place and an inspiring environment full of a lot of resources, it's quite easy to be sort of carried away by a lot of things and wanting to be involved in a lot of things. So I try from time to time by all means to sort of withdraw and give myself space to sort of think about what's going on in my life and also the ways in which I can improve. Some of the ways in which I've made use of reflection, like making videos of myself, maybe talking about my journey. I also like reflecting, writing, at the end of the, things like Facebook, social media, and generally I try to make use of those to sort of
scholar blogs need to be more functional and active, and in that way they can give scholars the opportunity to be more reflective by writing down their thoughts, their opinions, and their experiences on the said blog.
Personal tutors also could be a great asset in helping us to reflect more on our lives and our academics, but unfortunately I think they don't really do much of their job because sometimes I feel they don't really know me in the context of a scholar as a MasterCard scholar and as a person who inspires to be a leader. So sometimes I don't really feel we have the kind of conversation that we should have that would help me to really reflect more on my life and my aspirations. So sometimes I don't really feel that the MCF could find a way of getting the PTs involved in our journey.
So one of the ways I think the MCF can really involve our PTs into reflective journey lives is maybe getting to explain the program to them, like frequent communication with them, and maybe invite them into events like seminars to explain what the life of a scholar is all about, the aspiration of the program, the journey of the scholars are entitled to go along, and maybe really explain to them what the MasterCard Foundation Program at the University of Edinburgh is all about, so they to relate to them easily.
Like as you say, so you know that we have in second year we have internships or placements. Then we also have leadership programs, of which I don't know if my personal tutor knows about, because I was actually thinking he would at some point talk to me about my placements or my MasterCard journey or my leadership or anything of sort, but I don't think that's the case. So I'm hoping that the MCF could actually get them involved and feel more comfortable with them and to help me to reflect more.
I also think that scholars could be more supported in their reflective journey by providing, especially the junior scholars, with mentors. And this would be scholars in higher levels or years above them, and most likely in the same degree. And the name we came up with this is it's called MCF PALS, and this is just like the peer assisted learning support scheme we have in the university, which I find to be very, very useful. And I think this is to complement both the reflection coaching and the MCF families, like a subset of that. And it gives the scholars more of an opportunity to discuss with people who are in their shoes, rather than people who are in a form of an organizational position, and would give them a wider range of answers to their questions. Say they are dealing with psychological issues based on things like crushes and other mental health issues, like maybe they're pregnant and they don't feel comfortable discussing it with somebody like their reflection coach, probably because he or she might not understand them. So we think that this would help them with their reflection as they are more open-minded to things like that.
We hope that we've been able to sort of present or submit ways in which us and the MCF group can help to emphasize reflection to scholars on a personal level. Personal reflection can be such an important aspect of someone's journey, especially because it can empower somebody with confidence. We all know that you tend to be more confident in things that you are aware of, which you can be more aware of yourself and the surrounding you are in is by reflecting. Another important benefit of reflection is it helps you to be goal-oriented. As I said earlier, we are living in such a dynamic environment, and so we have different events and meetings that we go to. So if you are a person who reflects, you can wake up in the morning and sort of come up with a to-do list, for example, of opportunities, learning opportunities that are ahead of you for that particular day, and it can help you to sort of not get distracted. So we urge you, everybody, to sort of